Stevie Ackerman, according to my website, 52 years old, born August 29th, 1957. I started martial arts May 27th, 1971, and I received my black belt October 17th, 1973. I studied Monday through Friday from 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock with mixed classes, adults, women, and children. There was very few children then. It was an adult sport, so we had very few kids my size for me to train with. So I got to train with lots of giants, let's say. We trained 2 hours a night with a 15-minute break at 8 o'clock to get a soda, cool down a little bit. We trained viciously hard, old school militant style karate. The exercises and things we did, we ran in the snow, we trained in the parks. You know, we ran as a team. We did everything like a family. And life was good and it was wonderful. Those were the best years if I could have them back. So for you coming into this now, especially if you're at a young age, you have no idea what I'm about to bless you with. I only wish I could bless you with that school and the atmosphere and the camaraderie that came with that school. That you have to create yourselves with a bunch of friends and companions to train with. I'll leave that up to you. I trained on Saturday afternoons. I went down for open class, trained from 12 to 1:30 every Saturday. When I wasn't in class training, I was at home running my forms, practicing my techniques, doing my forms from all 4 different directions so I wouldn't get lost in a tournament setting. I would do them blindfolded, make sure I ended up where I started when I ended my forms. I would do them backwards, relearn them inside out. I would study the philosophy and the meaning behind each form, the number of moves, what the number of moves meant, the pattern of the form, and what the pattern represented. So I had all that knowledge on top of it. We knew the 4 rules of Taekwondo. Number 1, to train both mind and body through Taekwondo. I would like you to write these down and remember them. To train both mind and body through Taekwondo. Number 2, to be a courageous opponent against untruth. Number 3, to promote a friendly relationship among all people. And number 4, to follow all the rules of Taekwondo and the instructor. These are principles for life and living. Apply them to your training. Apply them to your life and your work ethic. And you will be a better you, I can assure you of that. During the summer, when I wasn't out on the farm working for my grandpa and my uncle, planting, weeding, and picking and selling vegetables, I would be down at the karate school from 12 to 1:30 for the afternoon classes during the summer. I hardly missed those classes. Most of the time I had to ride my bike down there, ride my bike home. It was only about a 2.5 mile ride. It wasn't much back then. We went everywhere on our bikes. At night, I had to get a ride down, or we'd walk down generally at night, get out, it was dark. And I got rides home from friends like Bill Dooley and Marco Valencia, Bob Pucci, John Dusick, Larry Anderson. I can name several, but these guys were key in making sure that I could continue my training because they always provided a ride home for me. I could tell they weren't always thrilled about it, but they never left me stranded at any time. I always got rides home. To those guys to this day, my hat's off to them. I'm grateful to them. They made it possible for me to accomplish what I did. I was 13 years old when I started. Got my black belt when I was 16. It don't seem like a big feat now, but back in the 70s, they didn't spit out 8, 7, and 6-year-old black belts. And we had to work for our black belts, and we earned them, and we slaved for them. And we had to pass difficult tests. Back then, we had exams. From time to time, people failed these exams. It ain't like pay your money, get your belt, move up the ladder, and come out there with a black belt in a stance that I wouldn't even pass a person for their yellow belt on. I've seen such weak stance from so many black belts and such weak technique from improperly learning. And so many people are in it for the money. I'm in it for the passion. I love to teach Taekwondo. I've taught all my life, never made money. People consider me a failure because I never made money, but I loved what I was doing, and I touched kids over the years, hundreds of them, and so really that is such a gain in my eyes. They have such fond memories of Steve and his karate schools and the way he was taught. And a lot of them recall to this day how I taught them. I had a green belt that I took to a competition, for example. I worked with him one-on-one. He got as far as I thought he deserved a green belt. Took him to a tournament. He sparred in the open class because there was hardly any people in the green belt division. Just a girl. He wanted to spar some men. He went to open division. He beat a brown belt so fast that the brown belt didn't know what to do. And then in the finals, he sparred the black belt, the host of the tournament. And it was a tie going into the end of it. And it went into overtime. First kick wins. And he did a back kick. He spun around backwards and planted a back kick right on the guy's chest, right on the numbers. It was perfect. I jumped up. Yeah! 2 judges saw it, threw their flags up. The other 2 judges gave me the blind signal. The deciding factor goes to the ref. The ref gives me one of these blinds. I'm the angry parent on the sidelines. Son of a, what do you mean? How can you not see that? There's a footprint on his uniform. Look at it again, Judge. But I didn't get my way. The black belt came back to beat Andy, but Andy walked out of there with second place trophy, held his head high, and those are my standards. I expect my green belts to be as good as most black belts that they come across. I like to work personally with people, have my hands on so I can work them through the motions and stuff. But this is the best I have to offer for you right now is this video translation. It is up to you to take it, look at it, pretend you're looking in a mirror, look in the mirror next to you and duplicate what I am doing to the very best of your ability. And if you will do that, then I will make you the best that I can to my ability. You know, this all goes fares well. Maybe someday we can have a school reunion where we get together with people that have went through the program, accomplished the black belt status through my program, and then I can possibly train and sit and work with you for 2 weeks and show you application. And, you know, I'd love to spend a lifetime with you, but unfortunately, due to the manner of this marketing tactic and how I plan to distribute this, it's just not possible. But I will teach you the best of my ability, and I will have a student here that I'm working with that is working the program so you can watch me make the corrections on him. You at home can sit and watch the corrections yourself, and then I will make them, and we'll see if you catch them before I catch them. And we'll make an interesting game of it. And you will see what hands-on teaching and application is all about as soon as I find the right candidate to work with me on this. So that's as much about my karate history as I can tell you right now. I mean, I could talk on hours for it, but unfortunately YouTube slots are only 10 minutes long. And with that, I'm going to close. I'm going to wish you the best, ask you to work and train hard. Believe in me, put your trust in me. Give me a year of your life, I'll change it forever. Work this program the rest of your life and it will keep you young. It will keep you smiling. It will keep a spring in your step. And I like to believe it will help you in everything that you endure or any endeavor that you partake upon. For now, I'm signing off again. Steve Ackerman, Phil Song. It's a pleasure getting to know you. Looking forward to getting to know you better. Cut!